So I'm guessing you want to get extra profit in this market. I'm going to show you a very, very simple way of doing this. You better like this video because it is educational. However, I'm going to show you on the screen that a lot of these YouTubers, they're not very good. Now, according to about 3 people, I'm the best cryptocurrency YouTuber because I tell you how it is and I also show you how to do things correctly, right? Now, I'm not going to dig anyone out, but a lot of these videos, and I mentioned it on my Twitter thread this morning, they only go one way, up only. But I'm going to show you how you can go both ways and look at one metric that will definitely change how you look at the chart and make things much better for you for profit taking and also for entries. You probably realize what it is. It's called dominance, right? But I have been talking about this for a while, right? I've been talking about it in the BTC dominance, the Ethereum dominance, and other altcoins, but now you can do it with stable coins. It's probably easier now for you to ever understand. So if you like this content, leave a like. It majorly helps me hopefully eclipse some of these people who are going to get you totally fucking annihilated in the market, and they really will. Now, I mentioned on Twitter the other day that, actually I'll leave that on so I can move around. Failure to recapture this would equal the downside momentum. Now, why does that matter? Well, what we've seen over a period of time is interest in the market, right? We've went up, and you've probably noticed the bottom of the screen. Look at the bottom. This is a combination of all of the stable currencies on a bottom panel. And I'm going to show you in this video how to get that on there, because that is by far my most popular question right now. All you need to do is press the plus sign on TradingView, right? Before you do this, you've probably noticed there's recent symbols, right? You need to add them all in. So the one thing that you need to do, go onto here, put in all your symbols. So go to index and you need to utilize the plus button, right? So if you want to put in USD.D, press that button. You want that, but don't press it. It's already in there. Press the plus button. Then do UST.D. There we go. It's there, right? Then press the plus button and then you see the picture, right? When you do that, you're going to get an accumulation. You're going to get accumulation of everything. Now, the easiest way to do this is basically press enter and it'll go to the chart. When you then go onto it, you've then got it in its full formula. You need to then copy that. Copy it. It's very, very simple. When you've then copied it, you need to go into the ability to get the panel, right? Which is, again, go to the plus sign. Copy it in, and what will happen is it will basically just go as a line on your chart, right? So you can see that's already went as a line. You can see that random fake line there. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see it in more detail because we're on the set. Actually, hold on. There we go. It'll go like that. You need to delete that, basically. So when you delete that, it makes it easy, because next thing you need to do is go to the plus sign, because guess what? The last things that you've already had is there. You then press new panel and then it will appear. Obviously, I've done one without die. All you do is press new panel and then it will appear like that. Make sense? Good. Right. That's that made. Now, other things you can do with it. You can do whatever the hell you want with this, right? You can put an EMA on there like I have, right? So obviously just showing you a very, very simple sort of situation here. Bear with me. There we go. You can do a lot of things. If you right click, add an indicator or strategy. You can add an alert on there. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? So that keeps it super simple. If you want to put Bollinger Bands on there, if you want to put, RSI on there, if you want to put other bits and pieces on there, you can. You can do a lot of things with it, right? I personally use the moving average, right? So let's talk about the mechanics of it. Down means good, up means bad, like any dominance, right? So when I've talked about the BTC dominance, which is this metric, when it goes down, we know what it means. All season, baby. Right? So remember those people that have been saying, we haven't had an off season? We have. It's been a bit wishy-washy though. But if we form a new low here, we know we're going to get an all season. If it doesn't and we carry on going up, we know we're not. Okay? That's a simple metric. Now, Bitcoin. Everyone wants to make some BTC, right? And I'm going to show you 2 ways on how to do it in a second. Bear with me. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to simplify this super easy. Super easy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the RSI because we don't technically need that for this one. What we're going to do, I'm going to show you the collaboration between both of them and also altcoins, just to show you how you can take profit, move back into the market, utilize risk management, keep it super simple. Now, profit is key. Profit is key. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to change that to the line graph. I'm also going to remove all the noise, right? When we're looking at this, putting it 1-to-1 ratios, you can see very, very simply what is happening. This level, so actually what I'll do is make it super simple. When this crosses over the EMA on there, we're going to make a little line, right? Even on here where it jolts up, you can see the retest, it retested that, we carried on going lower, right? You can see very, very quickly on how these moving averages, how they can kind of change it. So from this period here, a moving average crossover, guess what's happened? The market's gone down, right? Throughout. It's a bit wishy-washy here because it was ranging. But when it then crossed down to the downside, the market then moved up. Why is that happening? Because people are moving out of cryptocurrency into altcoins or whatever they're doing, but what they're doing is actually going into USD. Therefore, the dominance is increasing, therefore weakness in the altcoin or BTC, for example. Why? Because money's moving. People have taken profit distribution. Why is it then changing the way? Because people are then putting money back into the market, going from stable currencies back into the market, hence why it's then going lower. That's why it's good. So up in this metric means bad. Down in this metric means good. Same as any other dominance chart. Now, if you have taken profit, I do recommend utilizing BlockFi. You get some free BTC, but you can earn a passive income on this. It is limited in terms of how much you can make, but you can put stable currencies in there as well. So if you are thinking, well, actually, I can follow the metric of the dominance because I want to, right? If that is starting to go up, it would indicate it's bad for the market, right? Therefore, you've taken your profit, you can put your dominance in, your USD in here, earn a nice little stable currency, and earn a yield. When that then flips over, guess what? On the higher time frames, it will take a bit of time. You can then withdraw it or put it back into the market. You can do it all on BlockFi. You don't have to move it out of there. You can just fiddle around with it. Anyways, link there, get some free monies. Why not? Now, that's it in a simple notion on BTC. You can see on the higher time frames. Now, I recommend utilizing the higher time frames. Why? It's much easier. So we can see here on this level here how this is kind of, bear with me, it's moved around and it's gone down. And obviously you can see it overall, right? As it's going up, this is also melting. So give you some more information here. That is it simply on BTC on the last few moves. So we've had this downward move, that upward move, that downward move, and what we're having right now, it's a bit wishy-washy. We can't really see, it's indecisive, right? We'll see what happens. Maybe this will carry on going up, which I have highlighted on my Twitter before. So my Twitter, I have been talking about this as a potential move, right? So obviously ignore the bottom bit. This is a full chart as it is. What if we are going to do, I think we're in a mixture of two things, right? We could reject off here and carry on going down, which would mean good for the market, i.e. Bitcoin will probably go up. However, if you flip it upside down, right? If you flip this upside down, it looks like a great sort of situation that actually we could be going, yeah, you get the picture? You understanding? You following me? We're in a bit of an area where we could go both ways, because if we could do this, we could easily just flip this Fibonacci and be like, well, actually, is this just a correction? Are we just, has this just corrected and we're going to carry on going because it is strong? Maybe, right? Anyways, I'm waffling. So when we look at all this and all this information and keeping it super simple, we want to make sure we're doing the right thing. And the right thing is always following the market. When we're looking at any altcoin, doesn't matter what it is, right? We could be looking at so many different things, and you can see very, very clearly how the timing is important. Now, the timing will never always be exact on every single asset. Why is that? I've talked about it on my Patreon as a little section where I built a mini strategy that people could probably follow and utilize and use, using the RSI, using the MACD, using this. It works very well. I know it works very well because it's a part of my trading strategy. The ultimate thing is you need to remove and undo all your emotions between any asset. I love Polkadot, you know that, but if I start seeing things where it's going to turn around on me, I'm going to take profit, right? Because why? Because I want to make more. I want to make more of that currency without putting any more dollar in there. So when we're looking at, you know, even the 2-day time frame or the daily time frame or whatever you want to look at, right? And you just zoom out on it and you're looking at the data is telling you that when it's high and this is low, just be careful. Now, this is why an EMA is good. It's useful. It gives you an entry, it gives you an exit. And that is where the emotion has to disappear. It really has to go away, because you always want to make more money by doing one thing and one thing only, having profit and utilizing that profit, right? If you don't have profit, you're not going to make any money. If you are going to buy this at like 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 and just hold it forever because X, Y, and Z influence is going, oh, it's going to go up 25x, fuck off. Honestly, you will lose, right? So when you start putting into context all of this, so when we're looking at the EMA crossovers, right, on every single one, the collaboration between the tops and the bottom of this market is fucking frightening. And we're not, even if it is just a little bit out, even if it is a little bit out, no one's going to catch tops or bottoms. No one ever is. No one ever will. You only see that on Twitter because people are trying to sell something, right? So you got to be super careful with it. Now, even though this is kind of changing a bit of a relief rally, you could have, right? And even though we do dip below it in certain periods, you've also got to look at the other EMA, right? Now, this is maybe where the alpha comes in. When we're looking at this past, don't just buy into it because you think it's going to cross over. It has to be acting as support. There's only one time that acted as support, which was down here where we pulled up and we were then above it. These, it didn't. It just failed after a couple of days, right? These are just retests for downtrend. It's a proper downtrend. You can see that. Now, obviously, it gets a bit wishy-washy, indecision. But even still, if you took profit here and you were buying at these dipping points much lower, you've accumulated units for free. That is the whole point of making money, right? So play like the market maker. And this is over a long period of time. This is an investment strategy. It really is. It's simple. It's positional holding. Simple as that. The idea is buy low, sell high. And this gives you some clear, precise, precision rules telling you where's the money going. If people are distributing on you, be a part of it. Be a part of that wave. There we go. If you like it, leave it a like. Let's see how high this video can go. Probably won't. It's educational at the end of the day. It's not telling you how to get rich very quickly. But it will, over time. Have a good Easter.